Now for 12 years, as you say, in East Hull, and being incredibly frustrated by, I would say, at least 20 children in 12 years who had potential to reach the very, very top in music. And immensely frustrated that I can't find a route forward for them. Not a route, there are no stepping stones, no natural stepping stones to have a career in music.
The charity implies, as I said in the introduction, that there are some children who have a talent that's just not being worked upon. Is it also a money thing? Is it a class thing almost, that there are some kids who, if they came from a certain background, they'd have every possibility they might want, and there are others who are just left on the back shelf?
Yes, of course. I mean, it is. I mean, 6% of our children are educated privately, but only 6%. On the whole, they have pretty good music opportunities, good music in the schools, orchestras, instruments. Then I mean 94% are educated by the state. And yes, there are schools, of course, who have excellent music facilities. But I would say the majority probably don't. And what I want to do is try to bridge this enormous divide. Why shouldn't all children have equal opportunities in music? Why not? That's what Future Talent wants to do.
The other thing I'm intrigued, and I've read a couple of pieces where you've given other interviews and talked about the Hull experience and what you're trying to do with Future Talent. And one thing struck me. You wanted to open up an oyster, as it were, for these young folk. Yeah. But I kind of got the sense that you opened up an oyster for yourself as well.
Oh, yes. It was, I did a diploma in teaching just to refresh myself about a few years ago. 2 years ago, actually. And there was one of the books I read, called Rhinoceros in the Classroom, said something very true, which is that a classroom is a room full of learners. I learnt more from these children than I ever taught them. They taught me, it's just indescribable. I mean that absolutely sincerely.
My final point to you, and it is just an extraordinarily important thing, Future Talent, and anyone who's a parent will know and care about that and keep their fingers crossed in a big way for you and Sting and everybody else involved in it.
It's wonderful that people like him have agreed to become part of it. In a sense, he's a role model for us, because he came from a very tough background in Newcastle.
And was a teacher.
And was a teacher. He got into grammar school, which there were then to teacher training college, and then on with a lot of hard work, but he got there in the end. So to have him as a role model, and then to have the privilege of having Mark Elder as my president and Sir Charles McKeras as a patron as well. Producing, I hope, with members of their orchestras one day. It's not a crazy dream, it's a possibility. I really do believe we can actually do this.
And you're more content?
I'm very happy with it.
We wish you well. It's lovely to see you
Thank you very
again.
much indeed.
Thank you.